All right, I wanted to file an addendum to my last video, if I actually upload this in order, where I was talking about self-love. And I was thinking about it because I just yesterday had this conversation with my men's coach, and we were talking about how I got to this place, this kind of ending place with him as my coach. And that ending place is realizing that I actually need love, and and the way to get the love picture that a human needs starts with loving themselves. Now, here's the thing. I did not come to him with that goal. That was not my goal. I did not come to him and say, hey, Booster, how do I love myself? Can you teach me how to love myself? What I said when I came to him was more along the lines of, how can I be a more genuine version of myself? I feel like I'm not being me. I don't know who I am. You know, that was really my pain point. But he told me, you know, if he had come at me and said, you know, Dylan, what you really actually need is to love yourself, and that's what I'll help you do, that might not have landed with me. I might not have gone, oh yes, that totally makes sense. I need to love myself. Thank you, let's work on that. And so he didn't. And so instead, we just set out on trying to get me to be a more genuine version of myself. And that's just kind of was the starting point for us. It was like, okay, let's work on, getting connected with your genuine self. But I want to test that in a way. I just can't help. It's just who I am. If I find out that, hey, loving yourself is really like where you'll want to be, like no matter what you want to do in life, no matter what your goal is, loving yourself should be like home base, right? It should be like, if you want to make more money, the really good way to do that is to start by loving yourself. And then everything that you do coming from that foundation is going to be better. It's going to be more in alignment with you and your values, and you're going to be passionate about it, and people will respond to you because they see that you love yourself and you feel good and you're trying to do good, and all of this stuff, it all clicks when you love yourself. And so when I look at that picture, I go, okay, let's call a spade and say, you got to love yourself. And that's worth working on. That's worth fighting for. Although, spoiler alert, you don't have to fight for it. It's just there. It's just like waiting for you. You can do it instantly like that. You'll have to do a lot of work probably, but in the end, when it's all done, you'll be like, oh, so I just love myself, huh? I'm already good. I'm already good enough. Already. I didn't have to do any work in the first place. None was necessary. Anyway, I want to know if I laid it all out, if I made a big video showing how everything ends up leading to loving yourself. Like any goal worth pursuing really is better from a foundation of loving yourself. Therefore, loving yourself is like the mother of all self-development skills. It's not even a skill though. You don't have to do anything. You're already good enough. Anyway, could I get people to want to do that? Of course, wanting to do that is taking the position that you're not already good enough to just be good enough. And if that doesn't make you laugh, then go back and watch that other video I made. Anyway, I want to draw a map, and be like, over here is, making more money, and over here is being real fit and sexy, and over here is having great relationships, and over here is having this killer career that everyone, is envious of, and all of these things. And then over here is loving yourself. And I want to illustrate that being at the point of loving yourself makes everything else possible. But trying to get to everywhere else does not make loving yourself possible, or it doesn't make it inevitable. I like the challenge of trying to get people on board with the idea of loving themselves and knowing from the outset, hey, what are the hurdles here? Like, what's going to get in my way? What's gonna stop me, and what's gonna get I got distracted because there was an attractive woman waiting to cross there at that last intersection, and I couldn't help myself. I had to look. It's a fact of my physiology, all right? I'm a man and I have needs. Loving myself and checking out attractive women when I drive by them. I can't help it. Anyway, I just want to try mapping it out. I want to try explaining it. I got to get back to my chalkboard, and I got to give this the appropriate treatment and hopefully find how futile it is. Futile? Can I say futile? Because it sounds a little bit too much like feudal, anyway. I want to learn for myself that it doesn't work. And I apologize, Booster, for not believing you. I know you're right. You're always right. But I still want to try it out. I want to tell people that loving themselves is fucking fantastic and a better, like, you can't even make it a goal. That's the thing. You can't make it a goal because it's like a self-defeating thing. As soon as you make it a goal, then you're telling yourself that you're not already good enough. What are you supposed to do with that? I'm still gonna try. Okay, bye-bye.